For this 20-minute mindful movement video. Mindful movement is about connecting the experience of mindfulness to movement with the body. It helps us connect to the here and now. The movement can be any movement that you like, but preferably a slow, gentle movement so that you can really feel the movement within the body. However, the more practiced you become at this, the more you'll be able to integrate it to any movement in your day-to-day life. With all practice, please listen to your personal body. So if there are any movements in this video that don't agree with you, that you're worried might cause you particular discomfort or even injury, please do not use those moves. Adapt the move to something else that feels comfortable and appropriate for you. So to begin with, just stand with your feet approximately shoulder width apart, comfortable and softly positioned. Imagine that there is a piece of string pulling you up from the back of your head, so your posture is nice and tall and alert. The shoulders can fall away from the neck, relaxing. A little bit of tension in the tummy, just creating stability for the spine, and a very small amount of activation of the glutes, the hips, just to keep everything stable and strong. Again, this activity can be performed from a seated position if you prefer, but if you can stand comfortably, then please join me in doing so. So just letting your eyes close if you're happy to do so, or letting them softly focus. And just take a minute to connect with the experience of standing, feeling the body in space, feeling the pressure of the feet in the floor, feeling the sense of the ground supporting the body. And just checking in with the overall experience of the body right now. Any aches and pains and tension. Just taking a moment to connect with the experience as you find it in this moment. Notice if there are any thoughts or feelings accompanying the present moment. And just allowing them to be, whatever they are. There's no way for this practice to feel in particular. There's no right or wrong, just the experience that you have. So just take a moment to acknowledge what's going on in the mind right now and allow it as best you can. And now see if you can connect with the tiny micro movements that are taking place, even as you stand here. The muscles in the legs, and the tummy, the hips, firing to keep the balance, to keep you upright. See if you can sense the tiny movements, perhaps forwards and backwards, perhaps side to side. Tiny movements and adjustments through the feet, through the ankles, the calves, the knee joints, the thighs, hips, and up into the torso, tummy and the lower back. See if you can connect with these micro movements, these tiny, almost imperceptible adjustments that take place moment by moment without any conscious involvement from you. And just bringing your focus to these as best you can. Really exploring with a sense of curiosity, kindness, fascination and wonder for these movements that you probably never noticed before now. If you're distracted by thought at all, just gently come back to the experience in the body, starting perhaps with the feet, reconnecting with the ground, rooted, and then opening up once more to the microscopic movements, the adjustments, the shift, side to side, forward and back. Maybe take a moment now to check in with your posture again. See perhaps if you need to lift from the back of the head again once more, just this straightening, standing tall. And checking in with yourself, how does this experience feel in this moment? Without looking for it to be any way in particular, but just being open to what is there. And now if you choose to, start gently introducing a little bit of additional movements to the micro movements in the body. So you create a gentle swaying from side to side, like a tree or a bamboo, blowing gently in the breeze. And feeling the shift of weight, the change in pressure as you gently shift weights from hip to hip, foot to foot, left to right. And just letting the body move gently, however feels right for you. Perhaps introducing a little bit of sway into the torso. Keeping the movement slow, gentle, and being really open to the experience that presents itself. Seeing if you can connect with the muscle movements. What muscle movements can you detect? How does the lower back feel as you sway gently from side to side? Any changes in the hips, the knees, ankles, or even toes? Remember, there's no way that this needs to feel. There's no right or wrong experience here. Just the one that you find. And now if it feels right, just increasing the movement, the sway a little bit further, and allowing the heel to lift one at a time. So as you sway to your left, the right heel just lifts gently from the floor and back again. So when you sway to the right, the left heel just rises gently off the floor. And explore this shift of movement. And if you become uncomfortable with your balance, just let the eyes gently open and softly focus somewhere. If you're comfortable to continue exploring this movement with eyes closed, then please do so. And allowing your body to move in this pattern, however feels right for you. Bringing more movement if you wish, or less if you prefer. The important thing is connecting to the experience in the body as you move. Feeling the body shift, the muscles, the joints. And again, just checking in with the experience, any emotional content, any emotional tone, any thoughts persisting. Now just letting the heels slowly come back to the resting position on the ground. Continuing to sway gently from side to side, or perhaps in small circular motions with the hips if you prefer. Feeling the body move. What muscles, what bones, what joints are you connecting with each movement? And gently slowing the movement. Bringing it back, when you're ready, to stillness. And now just checking the space around you, just to make sure that you've got enough space to safely rotate the body without knocking into anything. And we're going to do what's called a Qigong twist. So just letting the hips and the waist do the movement, keeping the feet connected to the floor, and you're rotating and letting the hands flop around the body. And you can start gently, or you can move quicker if you prefer. And again, just exploring this twisting motion, allowing the hands to flop, to flap, to drift. Keeping the energy, the activity coming from the core, from the waist, from the hips. Feeling the shift in pattern with the movements through the feet and the ankles, and any tension in the knee joint. The sensation as the hands tap against the body. The back of one hand on your back, the front of the other hand on your front. Feeling the movement in the shoulders. Feeling the movement in the neck. And eyes closed or open as you prefer. Resting with this experience. And experiment with it as you wish, perhaps speeding the movement up and being more vigorous. Or letting it slow, so that it's almost an imperceptible movement. And again, just check in with any feeling tone, any thoughts that are persisting. Any experience in the body that's particularly clear? And now just gently bringing the movement back to stillness. And perhaps reconnect with the body, with the posture. Standing tall, pulling up with an invisible string from the back of the head. Just taking a gentle breath if it feels right. And now lifting the right arm, nice and slowly, and stretching up to the sky. Stretching as tall as you can, as if you were picking a piece of fruit. And then plucking the fruit from the tree, and then bringing the arm very gently down again to rest at the side. And then repeating with the left hand, lifting the arm nice and slowly, exploring the movement, feelings in the hand, up to the sky, and really stretching up, reaching for the piece of fruit, plucking it from the tree and bringing it gently down again. And now in your own time, just exploring this movement, side to side, really stretching and reaching, really feeling the shift of muscles, the pattern of energy through the body, through the torso, up into the shoulders, through the hand. How does the hand feel? How do the fingertips feel? Movement of the body, moving through air. And if you wish to, as you reach up, you can allow one of the heels to rise up, just to help you reach that little bit further. Reaching up, allowing the heel to gently lift. And down again. And again, if any of these movements aren't comfortable for you, don't feel right for your body, just change it for something that does feel okay. Something which you can connect with. And just make this the last movement, just reaching up one last time, one last piece of fruit, and back down again to stillness. And as we come towards the end of this practice, just connect now with the experience in the body, letting the eyes softly close again, if that's comfortable. Feeling the experience through the body now. How does the body feel? And connect with the experience of the breath within the body at this moment. Not trying to change it, but simply feeling the breath with the body, stood rooted to the ground, anchored, secure, still. And now become aware of other sensations around you, the sounds in the room, from the rooms beyond, the world outside. Any sense of temperature, perhaps any smells or even taste. And whenever you're ready, just gently opening your eyes and allowing yourself all the time you need to reorientate yourself before you go about your day. Thank you.